Modern software engineering is a high-speed relay race. You start scaffolding in Claude Code, switch over to Cursor for an inline edit, and then pop open the Gemini command line to ask a quick architecture question. But the moment you jump from one of these assistants to another, you hit a wall. Every new session starts with complete amnesia. The new tool has zero knowledge of the files you just modified. It doesn't know about the database structure you decided on 5 minutes ago, and it certainly doesn't know about the specific tasks you left half-finished. To get the new model up to speed, you have to paste in blocks of context and write lengthy catch-up prompts. Every time you do this, you burn thousands of tokens, silently draining your API budget. Keeping these coding assistants isolated forces you to constantly repeat yourself, destroying your momentum and inflating your costs. The obvious fix seems to be building a massive all-in-one plugin to sync these applications. But that requires fighting against closed ecosystems and APIs that change every week. Instead of modifying the software, you can intercept the conversation. ToolRouter is an open-source local proxy daemon that sits exactly in the middle of your workflow. Solving the problem of isolated AI tools does not require a new user interface. It requires taking control of the network routing layer. Point the API base URLs of your tools away from the internet, straight to a local port, localhost 7863. Here, a file tracker computes mathematical hashes to log altered files, while a decision extractor mirrors logic nodes into a local SQLite database. By passively listening to the traffic, the proxy translates fleeting, temporary API calls into a permanent, highly searchable memory bank for your entire project. Imagine you're deep into a complex feature in Cursor, but you decide to open up a fresh Claude Code terminal to troubleshoot a stubborn bug. As you hit Enter, your local proxy spots the new session request before it ever reaches the external servers. It immediately queries the local database and assembles a prioritized summary containing the high-risk partial files you just touched and the key decisions you recently made. The proxy then silently attaches this dense block of context, the Handoff Brief, to the very front of your outgoing prompt. The receiving AI model reads the brief first, allowing it to seamlessly pick up the thread right where your previous tool left off. You get continuous shared context across entirely different applications, without ever copying and pasting a single line of code. Because every single prompt and response flows through this local bottleneck, the proxy gains a complete picture of your project's resource consumption. The daemon accurately counts every input and output token passing through its pipes, regardless of which software interface generated them. This dynamic bar chart shows how the local dashboard cross-references these token counts against live pricing models. It compares your actual spend on models like GPT-4o or Gemini against the exact volume of files changed to determine true cost efficiency. API spend is no longer a hidden, unpredictable number. You can see exactly which models are delivering actual value for your money. We started with a fragmented, chaotic workflow. Now you can move fluidly between any AI tool on the market, picking the best interface for the immediate task without ever dropping the thread. Operating a local ecosystem like this grants you total sovereignty over your project's internal state and your operational budget. Tying your entire development process to a single vendor's coding assistant creates a structural vulnerability. If they raise prices or degrade their model, you are stuck. By owning the network routing layer yourself, you permanently break free from walled garden ecosystems. ToolRouter is entirely open source, which means you can point your API keys to your local machine and start logging your sessions today. The most effective engineering workflows will not rely on finding one perfect AI tool. They will rely on orchestrating all of them perfectly.